Hi everyone, this is Ganis from Studio Karah. I imagine, I create, and I hope to inspire you along the way. If you want to follow me in my journey, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. In this video, I wanted to share with you my favorite new tool to use for my bullet journal and my ink creations. You might have seen it before in some of my previous bullet journal videos, but if you haven't, you're at the right video to see it for the first time. This is my new GeoMoon Drawing Stencil. I've named it GeoMoon because it helps me create geometric shapes as well as crescent moons. I was this close to naming it GeoMoon Trick, or something with the words lunar or crescent, but I decided to keep it simple and went with Geo and Moon. What do you guys think would have been a fitting name as well? Leave your ideas in the comments below. I would love to hear them. Stay till the end of the video to find out how you can get this stencil for yourself. The idea for this stencil came from my need to create certain shapes over and over again, whether it be for my bullet journal themes or for my drawings that I call my INKcreations. I've always used different tools to create certain shapes. For example, my washi tapes or my mini round mirror to create circles, my countless rulers to create straight lines, triangles, and other geometric shapes. I spent days on end figuring out what I could do to make this process easier and faster. I thought about getting one of those huge drawing templates with pre-made shapes, but I decided against it because I wanted something small, custom, and flexible that met my needs when creating my INKcreations and my bullet journal themes. When I realized that I wanted to create something unique myself, I started analyzing my drawings and my bullet journal themes in order to decide what shapes and such I needed my stencil to have. I needed something with pre-made shapes, but as well as the freedom to be creative with the overall stencil form. You might have seen me use my cardboard prototypes for a while to test out what worked and what didn't. This eventually led to a few adjustments in the shapes and the sizes. And trust me when I say the possibilities are endless. So many options and shapes to choose from. Eventually I narrowed it down to the essential shapes that I used on the daily, some for fun and some very flexible to get my creative juices flowing as I use this stencil. Here is an example of how I use my GeoMoon stencil when I create one of my INKcreation illustrations. I try to demonstrate how every single shape and form of this stencil can be used in order to draw out a mandala or something similar. You will see me pause throughout the process and decide on the next line or shape. The possibilities are endless, that's why I love this kind of abstract art and this stencil. I've always felt like creating these INKcreations gives me a sense of calm in my anxiety-driven mind. They have truly helped me through my times of depression and whenever I was feeling stressed out or overwhelmed. It's something about the ink on paper that pulls me out of my state of mind and makes me focus on nothing else than the paper in front of me and only the next line or shape I make. Oftentimes it was frustrating being stuck, not knowing what to draw next and slowly getting dragged out of my calm. I'm hoping with this stencil I can keep creating until my heart is full and my anxious mind is quiet and satisfied. On this larger piece of paper, I will show you some shapes that you can create with this stencil. Of course, these are not the only shapes that you can create because, as mentioned before, the possibilities are endless. But I just wanted to show you a few that you might not have thought about, specifically the shapes that you can create by using the stencil as a compass. As you can see, there are 2 points in the stencil that you can use to pin the stencil down as a center point. Use a pen or a pencil to do that, and then it's up to you which other point you use to make the circle with another pen or pencil. Just make sure you keep the stencil in its place and you will have a perfect circle. To make this easier and less messy, I have an additional tool, a little drop-shaped piece just like a guitar pick to hold down the stencil as you create your circle with your preferred pen or pencil. This drop or pick is not a necessity but a cute little extra that comes with the stencil and helps when using the stencil as a compass. Both the stencil and the drop are limited edition pieces for now, as this is still a prototype for me to test out future stencil shapes. But if you're interested in my GeoMoon stencil and drop, please watch till the end of this video for more information on how you can get one for yourself. As you can see, I can keep creating different shapes until this page is full of it and forms an art piece on its own. What kind of shapes do you see yourself making with this stencil? Maybe something I missed? Leave your ideas and examples below. I've shown you how I use this stencil for my INKcreations and what shapes and what sizes are possible to create with it. Now it's time to show you how I use it in my bullet journal. For this I came up with a new page concept, the reflection hourglass. Well, the initial idea of course is not exactly completely new, but the creation of this page is something I have never seen anyone else do. So I dare say it's a unique concept that I came up with. Something that was inspired by gratitude journaling and mindful living. Gratitude and mindfulness spreads has been in the Bujo community for a long time. I've seen tons of spread being made for gratitude list and mindful thoughts and so on. Everyone has their own preference of course, and their own way of using these spreads. For me it has always been a bit overwhelming to come up with a whole list of things that I'm grateful for or a whole page dedicated to mindful journaling. But I really wanted to take both into consideration and needed a way to keep it fun and useful for me to still reflect on things that I'm grateful for and things that I need to be more mindful of. And for this I created this page dedicated to both these things bundled into one. And specifically for this page layout I only wanted to use my new stencil. I created a shape in which on top will be a little section of things that I'm grateful for and on the bottom another little section of things that I want to be more mindful of. It doesn't have to be a list, nor does it have to be sentences. Anything that you want can be jotted down in those sections, nothing too overwhelming but a fun page to create and work on. The design of this page can actually be anything you want. Keep it as minimal as you like or as decorated and full as you please. I think this design is very fitting with the crescent moons on either side and the overall shape of the design as an hourglass with in the middle written then and now indicating the past and the present. These words can be two transitioning months like July to August for example. The idea is to create one of these every month as a monthly reflection page, and I think the moons kind of indicate a beginning and an end of that month, and the hourglass sort of resets itself every single month. The design itself can be used for many things, such as the section for grateful can be a section for things that you're proud of or have achieved in the passing month, and the section for mindful can be things to improve or work on for your next goals in the future month. It could also just simply be a pros and cons list, whatever you want. Let me know what you think about this idea or share your suggestions. What would your dedicated sections be and what would you write in them? Maybe you would use the reflection hourglass for something else entirely? Let me know in the comments, I would love to hear your ideas. There is a free reflection hourglass printable template on my website if you're interested. One within the middle written then and now and one blank, just in case if you want to use it for transitioning months. With all that being said, did you know you could use this stencil as a bookmark as well? Keep it in your sketchbooks, notebooks or journals just by sliding it into one of the pages and you'll never lose it or the page you were on. Keep in mind that there are less than 10 pieces available. I will be putting the limited pieces of the GeoMoon stencil and drop on my Etsy shop one by one, which means you can't order more than one piece at a time. This way more people will get the chance to purchase one. So if you're interested, be quick and keep your eyes out on my Etsy shop if you want to get one for yourself. Also, if for some reason you're not able to get it via Etsy, we can also arrange something in another way. If you have any questions regarding this or anything else, all my contact info is linked in the description. That's all I have to say for today. I hope you enjoyed watching this video of me demonstrating the stencil. Please leave a like if you did or if you enjoy my videos in general. Leave a comment with your thoughts, I would love to know. And if you're not yet subscribed but you do enjoy my content, please join the family by subscribing and don't forget to click the bell button if you want to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Our next goal is to hit 2K soon. Thank you for your support and thank you all for watching. I hope you have an amazing day. And until next time, keep imagining, keep creating, and stay inspired. Bye darlings.